Hey there, this is your little slut. You may have thought that going away for the weekend would mean that your balls were once again start belonging to you. Due to the time difference, I'll be asleep probably when you listen to this message. But I want you to know instantly the moment you're here when you're listening to it. Your balls are still mine, no matter how far away you are. By the time you listen to this, you may already be jerking off to it. But I think you're going to need a few items. Don't worry, you'll find all of these lying around, maybe. I'm sure of it. For starters, you're going to need to make sure that your work phone has plenty of charge. You will, of course, be recording every single second of this. How else will I know that you have followed my instructions to the voice message? Obviously, you'll be using your personal phone to listen to my sweet, powerful, seductive voice. Secondly, you'll need a shoelace. Any kind will do. Just make sure that it's long. Thirdly, I want you to grab a handful of clothes pegs. You shouldn't need any more than that. Oh, I don't know. Then, finally, you may need some lube. I know. Your parents probably don't have a bottle of lube just lying around the house. Or maybe your wife will be suspecting that. So, yeah, I want you to go grab something you can use as lube. Maybe some Vaseline designed for lip care, or perhaps that jar of coconut oil that your family uses on their skincare. You know the one I'm talking about. The lube is the only optional item, but I'd advise you get it just in case. Now, I know you have a lock on the door of your bedroom, but you won't be in there. No. Today, you'll be following my instructions while in the bathroom. That's right, the one with the lock not so confirmed, where anyone might just walk into. You have my permission to cheat a little on my instructions. You can use earphones to listen to my instructions, and you can run the bath or pretend that you're taking a shit to avoid looking suspicious. But one thing is certain, you are not leaving that bathroom until you have followed every single one of my instructions. Do you understand? Okay, Daddy. Hang up this call and only listen to the rest once you have got the items, okay? I hope you're recording yourself doing this and you're kneeling on the bathroom floor in your underwear. Mm, how does it feel to be recording yourself in a washroom with no functional lock? Are you worried that your wife could walk in any second? Good. The thought of you squirming with anticipation and nervousness really gets me going. I want you to start massaging your entire body, but you cannot touch your cock or balls. I want you to caress your nipples, flick them, give them a little squeeze. Mm, This is exactly how I would be doing it, Daddy. Rub your ass cheeks. Mm, you know what I'd do? I would probably be caressing them. I know how you like it. Drag your fingers across every single inch of your skin. Really, just tease your body. Just the thought of your frustrated cock beginning to harden is making me so fucking wet. Since your face isn't here to sit on, I guess I'll just have to find my own source of stimulation. As your cock begins to harden, I want you to imagine I'm standing in front of you, completely naked. I'm so close that you can smell my moist pussy juices as they begin to leak from my perfectly bare pussy. Take a deep breath. In. Yeah, through your nose. Can you smell that? That familiar smell that makes you just weak at your knees. I bet it is sending waves of pleasure across your body. Did your cock just twitch a little inside your underwear? Mm, I'm glad you know your place well. Mm, I didn't say you could touch your cock yet. It isn't yours to touch, it's mine. If you have so much as brushed against either your cock or your balls, I want you to put two clothes pegs on each of your body nipples. Now, yeah, since you're not here to see it for yourself, I want you to know that I'm sliding my hand down to my pussy. Unlike you, I can masturbate how I want, when I want. I don't need to hold myself back. I can just slide a finger right in. Maybe one finger isn't doing to cut it. That's it. Hmm. Who needs your worthless cock when my fingers do a better job anyway? You've got no idea how wet I am right now. Your face would be dripping in my juices, and I would just keep riding it on and on and on. Put a peg on each nipple, or add another peg to each nipple if you were a disobedient little daddy earlier on, daddy slut. I mean, look at you. You don't even know if you'll get an orgasm at the end of it. You're still going to do every single thing I tell you. If I didn't have such a use for a submissive little bitch like you, then you'd be utterly pathetic, unloved by all, and lost in the world like a stray dog. You now have my permission to touch your cock, but only through your underwear and only with your fingertips. I want you to drag them lightly from the base up and across that sensitive little spot just below the head. Mm, Focus on that a little as you use just one finger to draw circles over it. Yeah, like that. Now move on to the head and continue to use light touches with your fingertips. Then run your fingers back down to the base. How desperate are you to whip that pathetic cock out and begin stroking. Is there a damp pre-cum stain forming on your underwear? Keep teasing that cock of yours. Or should I say, my cock. With your other hand, begin employing the same technique with your balls. I want you to be squirming with anticipation. Since I'm not here to lick up all your warm juices, and you're not here to lick mine, I guess I'll just have to do it by myself. Mm, it is so sweet today. I'm leaking even more than usual. I guess the thought of you following my instructions is just more arousing to me than you actually being here in person. Now take your underwear off now, and if there is a wet spot of precum on them, I want you to have a little taste. Just use the tip of your tongue, but be sure to smell that fragrant odor of fresh cock as well. I know that you're such a horny little slut that it probably turns you on to be a filthy whore. You have a choice now. I know I'm such a lovely mistress, and you do not deserve to have me. I treat you so much better than I should. Your choice is this. You can remove the cloth pegs, but you have to flick each nipple 25 times. Hard. Yeah. Alternatively, you can leave the clothes pegs on a little while longer on my command. You can remove them flick free. Choose wisely. I'd imagine that by now your cock is pulsating, throbbing, leaking everywhere, and desperate for stimulation, correct? Hopefully you manage to grab some lube. But if not, you're going to have to improvise. One option is that you go in dry, but a safer, more pleasurable, and a dirtier option is to suck your fingers, drool on them, or even spit into your hand, and use that as lube. Lie down on your back and lift your feet up, perhaps resting onto the bath or toilet. Get your lube or your spit and reach down to that little tight asshole of yours. Mm-hmm. That's right. Your cock is going to be twitching a little longer. I bet it's dripping precum like a river. Start to tease around the hole, but don't think about diving knuckle deep just yet. I want you to tease your asshole with your finger in the same manner you would tease mine with your tongue. Small, gentle circles that tickle just ever so tightly. I want you to suck two fingers on your other hand while you do this. Imagine that I'm letting you suck my fingers and that your ability to do a good job and please me is whatever it decides whether you get an orgasm today or not. Keep in mind that I'll be watching it, and if so as a single frame isn't to my liking, you'll be punished severely. If you're not putting 100% into this, I'll have you coming into your mother's panties. Would that even be a punishment for you? You depraved little bitch boy. I bet the mere thought of that turned you on a little, didn't it? Apply some more lube or spit to your finger and slowly begin to push the tip into your hole. I want you to close your eyes and make a face like you're receiving the most pleasure you've ever felt in your entire life. If you really want to sell it, arc back and curl your toes. Maybe even let out a little moan if you're feeling brave. I don't care that your wife might hear, and I don't care that you're feeling almost no pleasure right now. I want you to continue to suck your fingers as you work that finger in deeper and deeper. Push all the weight in until you feel your prostate. Good, good. Now pull your fingers all the way out. Do it again. This time, match your fingers so that as one finger enters your ass, the other one enters your mouth. Be sure to suck those fingers like they're a big, meaty, just juicy, salty boob. Mm. Have you reached your prostate again? Good, good. And pull it all the way out and repeat. If you need to reapply some lube, you may so do at all time. My own hole is thoroughly enjoying the thought of you carrying out these tasks. Teasing you has put me in the mood for teasing myself, so every single time I get near an edge, I slow down the stimulation and let the edge fade a little. I could give myself an orgasm right now, but something tells me that you'll find hearing me moan and come even more frustrating in a moment. You can stop fingering your ass now, as we won't be doing much anal today. I just wanted to add another level of simulation here before I let you anywhere near that cock of mine. Are you desperate to touch it? Is it dripping pre-cum all over the place? Collect any pre-cum on a finger and smear it across your lips as if you were applying lip balm. Lick your lips ever so slightly, and if you have any pre-cum left, add some more to your lips. Grab the shoelace and take one end and tie a simple knot with the lace wrapped around the base of both your cock and balls. I want it tight enough that it's a little uncomfortable, but not so tight that you're cutting off all circulation. Good. Now take the loose end and begin wrapping it around your balls. This should force your balls further and further away from your body. When you get to the end of the lace, simply tie in a knot and you'll be ready to begin. Suck one of your middle fingers and get it nice and wet. Now, using only that one finger, begin to stroke your frenulum up and down. If you don't know what is, it's the sensitive strands of nerves on the underside of your cock head. I think I should have gotten you to touch earlier. Sometimes I forget how much of a zombie you become when you're horny. Right now, I want you barely touching your cock. The finger should be so light that you can barely feel it, even though we both know that the slightest touch is driving you crazy. As a general rule from this point onwards, if you have any pre-cum oozing off your cock, you need to scoop it and suck it on your finger. Something tells me that you'll definitely taste a lot of that sweet pre-cum. Sweet, sweet pre-cum. And now, I'll need both your hands on this next bit, since you're basically rubbing my clit. Picture that. I guess I should join you and rub mine. My clit is so sensitive right now, and I'm ready to the brink of an orgasm. Mm, I can feel my eyes rolling back and my. Oh god, don't you dare speed up or apply any more pressure. Right now, I want you to look straight and tell me that you're a worthless slut. Tell me who you belong. And tell me that you don't deserve to come today. Tell me. Oh god, I'm coming. Oh god. Oh, wow. Would you like the orgasm like that? I know you crave the female orgasm, but it will be forever be out of your reach. At least mine. I think I can let you have a little more stimulation now. Add a little more pressure. Add a little spit. And begin to do circles around that exact same spot. Remember to keep scooping up that pre-cum, you filthy, filthy whore. You need somebody's juices in your mouth, and since it can't be mine, it's going to be have to be yours. How is your little cock feeling? Can you feel that thick load building up? Are your balls beginning to tighten? If you start getting close, then slow down or decrease the pressure. No coming. I can tell that you're hoping desperately, perhaps more so than usual, that I will let you experience an orgasm today, Daddy. I mean it. Like, it would just be cruel of me not to, right? If you choose to leave the cloth pegs on your nipples rather than taking the flicking option, you can remove them now. I had planned on taking you let them off earlier, but oh well. You have some good news and bad news for you. The good news is that I might let you come. The bad news is that it wouldn't be now. In fact, it won't even be today. Stop touching your cock now. Take your hands away and tie your cock and balls and put on your clothes back. Here's what you're going to do. Once your clothes are back on, you'll stop. And now, mm, you will only edge once each time. Then you'll leave the bathroom and go about your day. When you go to bed tonight, you'll sleep naked and with the door unlocked. When you're lying in bed naked, horny, and aching with desperation and sexual frustration, you're going to video yourself begging and pleading for an orgasm. Who knows? You may just wake up in the morning to a message holding the permission to come. And that's something that you've been desperately craving for. Yes, Daddy. Do you think this was nice? Oh, well, wait when I suck your cock again in person.